This is Mark with All American Health. This is a non-emergency medical transportation channel. It's a beautiful day today. It's a really nice day today. Talking with you guys, taking a break from the day, showing a little time to myself, so I thought I'd do a video. I want to talk about my ebook today. It is available. A lot of you guys have been purchasing the ebook. I really appreciate that. It's a lot of good information in the ebook. So, I hope you're able to use all of the information in the ebook to your advantage. It's going well. Like, the book is going well. I do have a time limit on it. It is $150 right now. Don't look at it as, oh, I'm spending $150 on the ebook. That's not what you're doing. You're not spending $150 on the ebook. You're spending $150 on data and experience. And data and experience that applies to just about any industry out there that you may be in. The information I put in my ebook, once you start applying it, you can apply it to any industry that you're in. You really just have to take a step out of your business and start looking at it through your digital lenses. Because that's what the ebook does. It really just, it takes research, it takes data that I've already compiled, it takes demographics I've already compiled, and it kind of gives it to you smack dab in your face. It's just right there, it's in front of you. So get the ebook. It's a good book. The individuals that have purchased the book up to this point, all of them have made their money back. I'm getting some really good feedback. I'm gonna start posting some of the feedback that I've been receiving from the book, from the individuals who've purchased it. You guys have to forgive me. I had a little bit of a cold last week, so some of these videos are gonna be a little shorter until I fully recover. But thanks for all the prayers for the individuals that did know that I wasn't feeling well. But like I say, the ebook is a good book, man. And I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that because it's my book. When you get into the book, and we're gonna start talking about it, but when you get into the book, man, you look at it, you're like, oh, it's one of those types of books. I have to stay hydrated. It's one of those type of books where you're like, oh, I get it now. Like it's gonna make a lot of sense, but you actually have to purchase the book to understand what I'm saying. One chapter alone will make you some good money, but you want to remember, this book is not for those individuals who are looking to continue to work with brokers on an expanded basis. It's really about actually making yourself smaller so that you can do bigger things, which is a concept that a lot of new business owners don't understand. So let's talk about that. How do you make yourself smaller so you can do more? The less you do, the better you get at what you're doing. You always want to niche down. So you start with one thing and get very good at that one thing. That's what you want to do. You want to get real good at it. And then you expand outside using the same formula you became good at that one thing and turning it into two. So a lot of you guys are providing sedan transportation. You're trying to provide wheelchair transportation. You're trying to provide stretcher transportation in certain areas. And you're spreading yourself out. And the fact that you're generating revenue, in your head, it's, I'm doing well. You spending 12, 15 hours a day on the road. And when I say on the road, let me make sure I get what I'm saying across to you. When I say on the road, that's you and or your drivers. If you can't leave your office and just let things run and there's no problem, you're on the road. Even if you're not the one in the vehicle, you still having to pay attention to what's going on. And a lot of you are like that. A lot of you are still on the road because you're too spread out. Let me give you some advice. Past minute 5. I would rather you see or focus strictly on one service. If you are in a sedan, I would like to see you cut half your county in half and strictly focus on high-end private pay sedan work. Cut everything else out. Grocery stops, don't do that no more. Oh, errands, don't do that no more. That's wasting time, it's wasting energy. Strictly focus your company on private pay sedan trips. That's it. Airports, special events in the evening. If you have a vehicle that qualifies for that, and the type of vehicle that you want to look at that will qualify for that type of service, of course, is usually a all black exterior, all black interior, leather vehicle. Nice vehicle. It doesn't have to be a luxury vehicle. A Toyota's not a luxury vehicle. You get an all black Toyota Camry with some leather seats, you straight. Some good music. Same thing with an Infiniti. Some good music, a Nissan Maxima. Woo. You stretch out a Nissan Maxima. Chevy Impala, all black, black on black. You still gonna get a nice ride out of it. But you wanna just focus on executive stops, corporate transportation, airport, cruise ship transportation, special events, sporting events, transportation services. If you focus strictly on that, raise your rates, fewer trips, now you've become smaller, but you're making more. And with my ebook, guess what? It's still going to tell you exactly where you need to look to bring in opportunities like that. Ebook is $150 right now. I'm still dropping gems inside of what we're doing. It's another series of videos, but everything is going to be centered around the ebook. But what sets my ebook apart from someone else's is I do the work for you. What do I mean by that? I tell you where to look, who to look for, what areas to find in your community. All the areas are the same in every community. There aren't any differences. There's nothing special about your city that's not special about mine. You got 5,000 people in your city, certain areas you need to look at. You got 50,000 people in your city, certain areas you need to look at. You got 1 million people in your city, there's still certain areas you need to look at. Will you make more money in a city with 5,000 people versus a city with 500,000? Possibly, yeah. Because that city with 5,000, you may be the only provider in that city. So if you get connected and you're advertising to the right people, what I show you in my ebook, if you're connecting your services to the right people, you might be able to fall on a contract that says, hey, everybody in this city, you're responsible for transportation services. Go figure it out. So I don't discriminate against, my methods only work for big cities versus small cities. Do you have more opportunities to screw stuff up in a big city? Yes. Yeah. You could make the news on Monday. Wednesday, you got a whole nother client base still trying to contact you to provide services for them. Can't do that in a small city, but in a small city, you can handle all of their transportation services. Imagine that. And then you can roll over to providing courier service, something, again, same book, same information, you just gotta apply it a different way. So I'm saying, like, that's why when people sit there, they're like, well, why is your book $150? One, I tell them, it used to be $50. It's not my fault you didn't pay $50 for it. Now you gotta pay $150. And the price is going up. One of my clients told me I should charge $500 for the ebook. You say the ebook better than doing a consultation. First of all, how dare you? Talking to me is always better. But I definitely think the first step before talking to me is to get the ebook, because a lot of information in the ebook, I mean, it's just already there, man. It's laid out for you, man. Get the ebook. Hopefully this has been helpful.